What is good, everybody? This is God of Heroics back with another cover of Sparking Zero. Now, today I want to do something a little bit different. Yesterday we discussed the characters that were already out, how they uh, were leaked. The last 10 slots were leaked, and I covered who I thought they were going to be before the leak, and we talked about a little bit after the leak and who's not involved and all that stuff. So today I want to touch on a little bit more fun aspects. So, first, I want to talk about fusions. This is probably the simplest and shortest thing I want to talk about. I feel like it would be fun. It would add a little more fun to the game if fusions had a button prompt that had to be synced or synced closely enough to perfectly do them. And if you don't sync them properly, then your character would either get the fat version or skinny version. And as we've seen in the Dragon Ball Superheroes movie, even if you're improperly synced, you still have some allure of power, like when Fat Gotenks was helping everybody else fight against Cell Max. Now, whether this be perfectly matching the prompt, like if it was a quick time event, or if it was mirroring the action buttons, like during the few when they move their arms over, you'd have to move the joysticks opposite sides. So somebody on the right would move their arms from the right all the way up and to the left, and vice versa for the person on the opposite side. Or if it would be hitting the action buttons, like left on the D-pad, but the circle button, which is right on the action buttons. But that wouldn't work very well because with the addition of PC players, they would have to change that mechanic in a weird way with WASD and the directions or whatever other buttons you would use if you play on keyboard instead of controller. So just an idea of mine, but there's no way to properly use that on PC. I just think it'll be a fun addition where there'd be some way to mess up your fusion. Even if it's like a very, very, very small chance, like a 1% chance that your fusion would be messed up, that would be interesting, but that wouldn't be 100% wholly fun, and that would take out a little bit of the competitiveness of the game, but hey, it is what it is. The next point that I want to talk about is custom movesets. Very similar to how in Xenoverse 2 you can change your partner's movesets, so you can swap out, like, let's say Kamehameha for like Meteor Smash or something like that, or you can swap out Kaioken for like Super Saiyan, or swap out Meteor Crash for Sledgehammer. I would like to see something very similar in Sparking Zero. Very likely it won't happen, but it's just something interesting that I wanted to mention. And I do think that it's not going to happen solely because every transformation has its own moveset. So they're already basically giving you custom movesets where if you're playing Goku and you want to use I don't know, like max power energy volley or some shit, like you can turn Super Saiyan 2 and you'll have that move on hand or something of that nature. And it'll be very similar with like your Kamehamehas and your rush attacks. So likely something that won't be in the game, but something that I thought would be pretty interesting to add a touch of diversion in the game, as far as, well, diverse movesets in the game. My next point that I want to talk about is far more likely than having custom movesets, and is something that we did see in the previous Tenkaichi games, and something we see in a lot of Dragon Ball games in general. And that would be alternate outfits or alternate color schemes. We see this in pretty much every game. Dragon Ball Budokai Tenkaichi had it, and then Fighters has it, Raging Blast has it, Xenoverse 2 has it. But I bring this up specifically because there are characters that have alternate outfits, like, Trunks. Trunks has his battle armor, then he has his tank top, then he has the long hair. There are tons of different options, like with Kid Gohan having the short bowl cut, the long hair with the headband, the bowl cut with the battle armor, all sorts of stuff. I can go on and on, but I brought this up specifically because last trailer we got was for GT characters. And while I did state in my last video that I'm not really a huge fan of GT, which still remains true, GT definitely had one of my favorite alternate skins, if not my most favorite alternate skin in Budokai Tenkaichi 3, and that was for Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta has his regular fit with the fusion outfit and the red hair, and then the alternate fit gave him dark skin, white hair, and his fit was it was like an alternate color, but either way, the white hair looked really good in my opinion. It looked really glorious, really with the darker skin too. And I'm not one to really just want all my characters to be diverse and like black or anything, even though I'm black. It's not necessary, but that outfit did look really cool, and I would like to see it come back in this game. In addition to alternate colors or alternate outfits, another thing I want to return and then possibly come back in a slightly stronger light would be equipment. It's very likely not going to be a thing for like professional play or tournaments or even online play, but even if it's just there just for fun, I would like that. Like there's equipment, it's obviously to make your character stronger, to give them more HP, like that really busted TN build where you could hit Neo Tri-Beam like a million times and still not die. But what I want specifically is not just the equipment to boost your characters, but also things that will make your character aesthetically look cooler, like the Halo equipment item that actually put a halo over your character's head in game. That was a thing in Tenkaichi 3 that I thought was pretty fancy, but I want even more than that. Like, what if you could give your character the power pole? Or what if instead of flying around normally, you could fly around on Nimbus? That would be pretty cool. But want something like the power pole or a sword, like the power pole for Kid Goku. I know, see that it's in his design on the leaked roster. He has the power pole, and I would love to see how heavy he uses it in his combo game, because he used it a decent amount in Tenkaichi 3 from what I remember, and I would like to see that come back. But also things like the sword, like there's a variation of Trunks that does not use the sword, but I would like to see him bring it back. Like the sword that Gohan used when he was training before he broke it and released Elder Kai. I would want to see him be able to equip that and have a specific moveset with that, or even just have one special where he does like a combo or something with that. Kid Gohan, give him a sword, because when he was training with Piccolo, he had a sword. He had his dad's fit, and he had a little, well, it's a short sword, but to him it was pretty much a broadsword because of his size. I want to see something like that where you can alter a move that your character has, or even give them like a secondary move set just because they have a new piece of equipment. Or even if it doesn't change like how they fight, it would still be cool just to have that item like tacked on, just to have a little bit more aesthetic differentiation from other people that play the game. The next thing that I want to be in this game, very likely again won't be, as most things on this list very likely won't be. I want to be able to share energy amongst my characters. I don't know how that would be done. Maybe if my character is low on energy, low on health, instead of fighting till they are defeated, I would be able to give up a portion of my energy, or give up the remainder of my health or something to another character, probably my stronger character. Or if my stronger characters could give their energy to some of my weaker characters to kind of like heal them. I think it's a mod in Xenoverse 2, but the three idiots call it peas and carrots. And basically, if one of their teammates is downed, they are allowed to give a bar of their health to their teammate, and their teammate can now continue fighting with that bar of health. And if they have healing items, they can use those to increase their health. But it is better than flying all the way over there and taking like 10 seconds to revive them. I want to see something like that in Tenkaichi 3, whether it's not Tenkaichi 3, Sparking Zero, whether it's giving a bar of your health, and it's like a one-time use, giving a bar of your health to your to one of your fallen teammates, or if it will be like part of the screen where like you can switch characters, how it pulls up on the side and it shows you the different characters on your team that you can switch to. If that character is defeated and you haven't used your, I'm gonna call it peas and carrots, then you would be able to select that character even though they're downed, and your character, instead of just swapping out with them normally, it'll be like an animation where they toss their energy and then they leave and the other person comes in. Or there'll be like a line they say, like they'll be like, get it back up, or fight's not over, or here, take some of my energy, or something like that. And then that character would be able to come back into the fray. Now, the only downside here is that doing that would switch that character back in. And in addition to that, the original character would now be down a health bar. But I think that would be a fun thing that you can use in like team matches. Maybe it could be something you could turn on or off for tournament play and stuff like that. But I just think that'll be a fun thing to play with. But pretty much that's going to do it for me. Those are my primary ideas that I just thought of kind of out of the blue, watching some Sparking Zero trailers and playing a little bit of Xenoverse 2. But let me know what you guys think. What are some of your ideas that you would like to see in Sparking Zero? Or what are some features that you wish were changed? What are some equipment pieces that you would like to see on characters or moves that you would like to see performed? Let me know in the comments. And don't forget to like and subscribe and ring the notification bell. Now, I have a lot of other stuff to do, primarily gaming, editing, recording, and even hitting the gym. I don't know how I have this work life balance, but we're going to figure it out. And I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.